The next morning, my daughter asked a question I wasn't ready for. And the entire kitchen went silent. And the truth is, I knew exactly why she asked it. Because the real reason started the night before. It was almost midnight when Claire and I stepped onto the back porch. The house was quiet in the way houses get when children finally fall asleep. Not silent exactly. Just softer. The dishwasher hummed faintly in the kitchen. Somewhere down the street a dog barked once and then stopped. Inside the house, Maya's bedroom light had been off for almost an hour. At least, we thought it had. Claire leaned against the porch railing, looking out into the dark yard. The porch light above us cast a warm yellow glow across the wooden boards. "I've been thinking," she said. Those 4 words instantly made my stomach tighten. Not because I expected bad news. But because adults usually say, "I've been thinking," right before something changes. "What about?" I asked. She hesitated for a moment. Then she said the word carefully. "Us." That word sat between us for a second. Not heavy. But important. Claire rubbed her hands together like she was trying to organize a thought before saying it out loud. "You know this is serious now, right?" I smiled a little. "I figured that out when Maya started calling you Mom." Claire laughed softly. But the laugh didn't last long. Her expression shifted again. "What if I mess this up?" That caught me off guard. "You mean? With me?" She shook her head. "With her." Claire looked down toward the backyard. The trees were barely visible in the dark. "I'm not just dating you anymore, Mateo. I'm part of her life now." Her voice was quiet. "And that's different." I leaned my arms on the railing beside her. "She already trusts you." "That's what scares me," Claire said gently. I turned toward her. "Why?" She took a slow breath. "Because when a child trusts you, you can hurt them without meaning to." That was true. Anyone who had ever been responsible for a child knew that. "You're not going to hurt her," I said. "You don't know that." "I do." Claire looked at me. "You can't promise that." "No," I admitted. "I can't promise the future. But I can promise something else." "What?" "You care." Claire smiled slightly. But the smile carried something thoughtful behind it. Being part of someone's family is a big responsibility. I nodded slowly. "It is." What we didn't know was that someone inside the house had heard every word. The next morning started like any other. Coffee brewing. Sunlight slipping through the kitchen window. The quiet sound of cereal pouring into a bowl. Maya walked into the kitchen slower than usual. That was the first sign. Kids are rarely quiet before breakfast. She climbed onto the chair at the table and sat there without saying anything. Just watching. Claire was standing at the counter pouring coffee. I was leaning against the fridge. Maya looked at Claire carefully. The way children look when they're trying to solve something in their head. "Claire?" Claire turned around. "Yeah?" Maya hesitated. Then she asked the question that made my chest tighten instantly. "Are you leaving?" The kitchen went completely silent. Claire blinked. "What?" Maya stared down at the table. "I heard you last night." Claire and I exchanged a quick glance. "You were awake?"
"You were awake?"
I asked.
I got up to get water.
Maya nodded. "I got up to get water." Then she said something that made everything suddenly clear. "You said being part of a family is a big responsibility." Claire slowly walked over and sat beside her. "That's true," she said gently. Maya traced a small circle on the table with her finger. "That means you might leave." Claire's expression softened immediately. "Oh, sweetheart." Maya still didn't look up. "You said you didn't know the future." Claire took a slow breath. Now she understood. Maya hadn't overheard the whole conversation. She had only heard the part that sounded uncertain. Children hear words differently than adults. They hear possibilities. Especially when they've already watched someone leave once. Claire leaned closer. Maya. Look at me. Maya lifted her eyes slowly. Talking about responsibility doesn't mean I want to leave. Maya frowned. Then why talk about it? Claire thought for a moment. Then she answered in the simplest way possible. Because the things that matter the most should be taken seriously. Maya thought about that. But you're staying? Claire nodded.
But you're staying?
I'm staying. Maya watched her carefully. Even when things get hard? Claire didn't hesitate. Especially when things get hard. That seemed to satisfy her. She picked up her spoon and started eating cereal again. Like the emotional earthquake she had just dropped in the middle of the kitchen was completely normal. Kids do that. They ask the biggest questions in the world. And then go right back to breakfast. Claire looked at me across the table. Her eyes were slightly wet. I smiled. Because something important had just happened. Not a loud moment. Not a dramatic one. Just a quiet moment. But quiet moments are usually the ones that matter the most. Later that afternoon I took Maya out to walk the dog. The sun was low. The neighborhood was calm. After a few minutes I asked her something. Why didn't you ask me that question? Maya shrugged.
Because Claire said it.
Because Claire said it. That answer told me everything. Trust doesn't come from promises. It comes from showing up. Again. And again. And again. Children watch more than they listen. They notice who stays for dinner. Who helps with homework. Who burns the pancakes and laughs about it. They notice who keeps coming back. Sometimes they just need to know one simple thing. That the person standing in their kitchen today will still be standing there tomorrow. And that's when I realized something. Maya wasn't really asking about the future. She was asking if her heart was safe again. Claire answered that question the only way that matters. Not with promises. Just by staying. If this story touched you even a little, comment, stay. Because sometimes the most powerful thing a person can do is choose not to leave. And if you believe families are built through love, patience, and second chances, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more stories like this. Disclaimer. This story is fictional and created for entertainment purposes with the help of AI. Any resemblance to real people or events is purely coincidental. Please make thoughtful decisions in your own life. This story is not professional advice.